about 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and had a bunch of stuff to do today. Um, but of course, got to work on Tessie a little bit. 2 weekends in a row. Pretty awesome. Um, did a couple things for our daycare center earlier today, and then did some major cleaning in here, threw some stuff out, and all that good stuff. Just had to purge. Had the urge to purge, so I got rid of some stuff, moved some stuff, put stuff away in preparation for Tessie. Um, I got the her skates finally underneath of her that I got for Christmas. I got those put together today. Now I can move side to side in the shop as I need to. My attic door is directly above me. I have not been able to get in my attic for quite some time. Not a big deal, mostly car parts. But now where the car is, I can get in the attic without any issue. If I need to move one or the other, great. I have a room all the way around. The other side is still four-wheeler and all that stuff. But I didn't get as much done today as usual as I wanted to. But I started actually doing the interior sheet metal repair body work. The repair part of it's pretty much done. Just doing the body work. And what that's consisting of is basically buzz it down. Where my patch areas were, I actually put one coat of fiberglass resin, then a coat of short strand, and then another coat of short strand in my low spots. And basically just took it with a mud hog down with 80 grit, and then DA'd with 80 grit. It's going to get epoxied next time I have enough stuff to do epoxy. And then it's just going to get black bed liner like the bottom of the car, along with the floor. So I'll wait till everything is ready, of course, to do that. And I will probably spray the dash, paint the dash, I shouldn't say spray. I'll probably paint the dash before I do that. I gotta think about that a little bit more. But pretty good progress today. You know, just kind of assessing as I go, and I've got a long ways to go, and I have a lot of patching to do. But I'm excited about getting it running and getting it on the road. So I kind of was messing around with this, that, and everything. Might be able to see a brake booster laying there, see if that'll work. That was a $5 swap meet thing. If it doesn't work, it'll go back to Iowa and I'll put 15 on it, you know, that kind of thing. But I had, I used about 2/3 of a quart of fiberglass to do this side and partial on the other side. If I had extras, I just swiped it on the other side. That's a good way not to waste any body filler. Just have two areas ready and just work both areas at the same time. But I got, if you remember a couple years back, one of our local Napa store went out of business, and I bought as much as I could from him at under cost. And I actually bought 15 gallons of body filler, 5-gallon pails, air pails, and he said, you buy those two, I'll give you the other one for free. $10. So I have $10 in 15 gallons of mud. I was using up what I have in the cabinet and getting down there, and I thought, you know, for the inside of this, that's a perfect guinea pig stuff to use. I have no idea how old it is. It has labels on it. Unbelievably, and it's been in my basement. It hasn't been outside. It hasn't been cold. Unbelievable. This stuff is perfect. It's like brand new. I'll show you the labels here in a second. I just want to sit down. But yeah, so I'll have plenty of body filler. One 5-gallon is Evercoat Lightweight, the gray whitish stuff. One 5-gallon is Evercoat Rage, and the other one is like Dynatron or something. It's yellow. It's yellow, and I thought, well, I don't know if this shit's gonna be any good, because I got a bunch of hardener with it too. Well, 2 tubes of the hardener were bad, but I still got 3 big tubes of hardener left. That I can pick up easy enough. But I wanted to try it out, obviously, to see if it was any good before I put it on the car. And I mixed up a batch and spread it out on my mixing board, and boom, this stuff lit, and it's fine. I didn't actually use it. I didn't need to tonight, but yeah. So that was kind of a no-brainer. I'm glad that worked out. So far, I haven't opened the other 2 pails. Doesn't really pay to until I have 5 gallons gone, so I use the oldest pail up first. But yeah, just lots of stuff to go through and whatever. You know, I got welding to do, I got patching to do. But I'm going to focus on getting this done because it's a big chunk of body work, and I'm not a big fan of mud work. And this is the first time I've ever done mud work inside of a vehicle at this scale. Maybe a few dash issues on like the 73 to 87 trucks. I might have done a couple of those. Just, you know, weld up a hole here or there. But this is pretty much full scale, skim mud and buzz it off and do it again and buzz it off. So I'm just sitting down having a beer. I'm going to go in the house and look at some parts books and some manuals and see what I can, see how the tailgate stuff all works. I really don't know how the cables work and retractors. I might just try and come up with something with gas shocks and like regular tailgate straps if there's room. I don't know. I don't really care if it's original, obviously. So let me show you what I got done here. Okay, you can see Tessie's on skates. And Chiquita has found a new home. Remember Chiquita from the last 2 pickups? She actually matches so nice. She's just like meant to be there. Brought the bench in on this side. Not a big deal. Yeah. So yeah, that's, you know, like I said, it's pretty much just one skim coat of body filler. I had hammered stuff out before I did the inner wheel wells, which is the same as it's the same. There's no double panel. Well, some of it's not double panel, but that's pretty much done and ready for sealer and paint or whatever. It did turn out nice enough. I probably could just paint it, but I'm not going to. I am going to do the whole floor in bed liner as well, and then make a rug or something to throw in here. I had some body fill left over, and there was a knot in the plywood, so I threw it in there. I'll do the same thing there. This is kind of what it started out as. This area here does have a patch in it, as well as, I don't know if you can see that up there. And you can see where the dings and dents are. It's easier to just give this thing a whole skim coat. I go at it with my mud hog, best invention ever, and just buzz it all down. And then for in the corner here, I have a little 2-inch DA or 2-inch buffer with a sanding pad on it, just to get in this like weird corner here. But you know, as I'm looking it over, I'm looking at, oh yeah, look at holes. See the light? Holes. You know, holes. I think what I end up doing here is I'm actually gonna cut this piece right out and just put a new piece of steel in there, because then I can get inside there and clean that, and then there's actually bolts busted off inside for the tailgate hinges. Then I can get at them if I cut this apart. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then I got some touch-up and patching to do in the jam area here. And I'll probably start fitting the tailgate soon, just to make sure that fits. That's all stuff that my father-in-law kind of did before I owned this. And he's not a body guy, but he does just fine. I've actually learned a lot from him, even though he's not a body man. So, so it's kind of dark in there, obviously. So I ordered a shrinker stretcher from Eastwood, so I can make patches for this stuff. And I'm going to attempt to try and make something for here, just to maybe see if I can make it a little bit better without having to do so much sculpting. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to try it. And, oh, what else? I don't know. It's been a long day. So I got my inner fenders down from upstairs today, because they were in the attic. They need a little bit of hammer dolly work. They're an epoxy. They have been for 5 years, whatever. They need a little hammer dolly work, and then these will be painted green on the engine bay side because that's what I want to do. So, yeah, not much else to report really. So, oh yeah, I was going to show you the labels. This is the one I opened. Dynatron Dynaplus Premium Gold Formula Body Filler. That stuff, I could not believe it. I took the air pail lid from the inside, you know, that big pressure plate that the air actually pushes on. I took that out of there because I don't have an air pail dispenser, obviously. And I could not believe it. It wasn't even separated. Like, I just gave it a little whip, and it was like opening a brand new jar of mail. It was perfect. I was like, oh my god. So, way cool. There's, you know, the rubber seal is still good. I threw some saran wrap on there just to hopefully keep it good now that it's opened. I'm keeping it off the ground to keep the cold from penetrating in the pail. And then this one was the Rage. The lightweight is still in my basement. I figured I got 2 hands, I'll take 2 barrels. So, and this is what I had mixed up. And the stuff, I mean, it's not hard. I don't know how it's going to sand, but I'll find out next time I get out here, because that's what I'll probably start using on the other side, on the right side wheel well. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit windy here. We're pushing 12 minutes, so I'm gonna shut her down for now. Maybe I'll hang out and bring another video later, but Tessie looks just freaking awesome in Hot Rod Black, does it not? With them green wheels. It reminds me of the Wicked Witch for some reason. I don't know, did she have green shoes maybe? I'm not sure. Anyways, have a great weekend, guys. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.